Welcome on, everybody.
Cheers, everybody.
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome to another episode of Bourbon and Booze, where we try the wonderful world of liquor Monday through Friday with a dab of coffee. So make sure if you like our channel, you show up every day at noon when we drop a new video. Gins and vodkas and aperitifs and rums and tequilas and everything on Monday. Tuesday and Thursday is whiskey. And then Friday or Wednesday is coffee.
Coffee and then cocktails on Friday.
Had a pretty good coffee yesterday, so hopefully check that out. And then tomorrow is Friday. We will do a cocktail. Cody and I always mad scientist stuff up. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe and share these channels so our love is spread throughout the interwebs. That sounds really bad, doesn't it?
Love us.
Not him. All right, today we are going to do one of my very favorite distillery selections. Is Acre Distillery. Not going to hide it. I'm a big fan of Acre Distillery. It's a local. It's a fanboy. It's a local distillery, and they put out some amazing stuff. And this is no exception. I'm not a big strong fan of cinnamon whiskey like you are. But this one is pretty darn good, and we actually use this quite a bit in some different cocktails. Concoctions. If you haven't tried our cocktail invention called the Texas Brush Fire, you should look at that episode. I'll try to link it, but I'm actually traveling this week, so I don't know if I can remember to link it, so I'll let you know. All right, so this is Acre Distilleries out of Fort Worth. This is the Cinnamon Girl. Cinnamon Girl. It is a cinnamon flavored whiskey, but unlike a lot of flavored whiskeys, this is high proof. This is a 45% or 90 proof whiskey. It's also kind of inexpensive. It's only $30. In fact, everything from Acre is reasonably priced. I really enjoy that. Sometimes craft distilleries, we've talked a lot on this show over the past 4 years. Craft distilleries tend to be a little too expensive. 50,
and I'd
60,
like
70
to just
bucks.
say on a side note,
You always like to say that.
go listen to Neil Young's Cinnamon Girl. That's a great song.
Oh man, you just copyrighted us. We're done. We'll be close. I'm just joking. All right. I'm not a big fan of Neil Young. I've listened to Neil Young for so long that now I don't really care for him. So, anywho, Cinnamon Girl. It's a flavored whiskey. No age statement. I don't know that you can get this in stores. They do have a distribution in local stores, local big stores, in fact. So you might be able to order it, but I don't know if you can get it out of our state. But if you ever come to Fort Worth for any reason, this is a must stop. Glasses are jingling again. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and review this. It's a 2 on cost at $30. Look at that magnificent color. That's just golden. Golden red, like a sunset. Oh, wow. So, in our last whiskey episode, we talked about comparing some Irish whiskeys. Mm-hmm. I would think that when you compare flavored cinnamon whiskeys, you kind of have to compare it to that non-whiskey Fireball. I used to be a big fan of Fireball until my Fireball supply got sneak attacked by ants. It was horrible.
And then you drank an ant?
No, I never did, but I haven't bought any Fireball since. We have some cocktails that call for Fireball. You're a Incinerator fan.
Yeah, because it's so freaking hot. It burns your mouth, and I love it.
We have Aftershock. We have quite a few cinnamon whiskeys here. But this one is a little bit unique, and I'll tell you why. Unfortunately, you can't get much on the nose other than the cinnamon. It's almost like... Okay. So there's a huge difference between this Fireball, Incinerator, and everything, and I'll tell you what I think that difference is. Well, actually, there's a huge difference all around. Where I agree with you, Incinerator is better than Fireball. There's a difference. All of it's way better than Aftershock. Not saying Aftershock's bad, but
Yeah.
there's a major difference in that one. I'm really curious at what your score is going to be. I figured. Is that a... Okay. Actually, we're not really that far off. Surprising. Okay. So, it is a 2-barrel rating on cost at $30. It is, aroma-wise, it is a 3.5 for me, a 5 for you. I knew that going right out of the gate.
The
That you're going
thing
to be a
is,
5.
this smells like cinnamon toast.
Yes. In fact, that's pretty much what I wrote. I said it was cinnamon, the spice, not the candy. So that's a huge difference.
This is like a big buttered piece of cinnamon toast to me, the smell.
And I put cinnamon bread, like a sugary cinnamon
Oh,
bread.
like a cinnamon roll or...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like...
Cinnamon toast. Okay.
The smell is like fabulous.
And this is why, because we have tried our different cocktail concoctions. We've tried it with some Fireball. We've tried it with Incinerator. I don't know that we ever tried it with Aftershock. And we got a couple more here. I just don't remember what they are. But Cinnamon Girl was obviously the best. Oh, we have a Louisiana one that we can do. For flavor, I give it a 4. You're only giving it 3.5.
It's pretty good, but I'm going into this bias. I love the Incinerator. This is kind of good.
It is thick and syrupy.
Yeah, it is.
It's got a little bit of peppery notes to it, and then heavy on the cinnamon. But again, it's the spice of cinnamon, not the candy of cinnamon. Mm-hmm. And so I don't know if Aftershock's available up here. I don't actually know where it migrated to. But if you ever bought Aftershock, it's actually pretty clear when they make it. And they just put a bunch of like red hots in there.
And they got ice crystal. And that's the way Incinerator is. Incinerator is like, as soon as you put a Fireball in your mouth, it's so hot that you're like, why did I put this in my mouth? But then once you get the coating off, it kind of cools down.
Okay.
That's the way Incinerator is. This is, it's good. The smell is cinnamon toast.
I will tell you that at $30, this is a reasonable price. Incinerator is only like $10 or so.
Yeah.
A lot cheaper. For bite, I give it a 3.5. It is very light bite. No real lingering at all. Because it's sweet, it takes away a lot of that bite. You're only giving it a 3 for bite, so you obviously think there's some.
Yeah, and the thing is, with my cinnamon whiskey, I would like to give all of it a 5 on the bite because I just...
Which I believe we ended up doing for a couple of the cinnamon whiskeys. In fact, one of our very first episodes, what in the first 10 was Fireball or Incinerator or something. Incinerator.
No, it wasn't Incinerator because we just recently did Incinerator in the last 6 or 8 months. I think.
Well, no, we did Incinerator.
It was Aftershock, I think, was our...
See if I can find it here. I usually hide my bottle of Incinerator
so I don't come up and drink it all.
Yeah, because you think it's yours.
It's like, to me, My cinnamon whiskey, I want it to hurt.
So, overall, we each have a rating of 3.25. It's basically 3.5. I hate giving the 0.25s or 0.75s. So it's a 3.5 rating. I'm fine with that. I'm also fine with boosting it up to 4.
I would definitely do.
I knew you would.
Just the smell of it, it makes me want to go home and make cinnamon toast right now.
If you want a cinnamon liqueur or cinnamon whiskey, vodka, whatever, on your bar for cocktails, I would go with this. This is, to me, a much better flavor than Fireball. Haven't really we have a cinnamon tequila down here that is pretty dang. Well, we haven't reviewed it yet, so I'll say unique. We've tried some cinnamon stuff that was like not that great. So cinnamon mist, cinnamon from Canadian Mist, we have that too. And I would say that if you're going to go with a cocktail additive, or just drink straight, but don't drink this too straight for very long, I would go with the Acre.
Well, I'd say if you like cinnamon, this is the perfect one for you.
Mm-hmm.
If you like punishment, Incinerator is the one for you.
By the way, we are not advertised by either Acre or Incinerator. He wants to be advertised by Incinerator.
Yes, it's I actually got a bottle down at the house right now.
Yeah, probably like 40 empty bottles lying around. All right, tell us what your favorite cinnamon whiskey is. Remember, this is a whiskey and not
a liqueur.
A liqueur like Fireball is. There's a huge Fireball fanship out there, and in the whiskey world, there's a lot of give and take and love and hate against Fireball.
And the thing is, like, Fireball's good. I have no problem with it. But it's just like, it's the...
I will admit I fell for this, but Fireball is good until they decide to put it in a box. But I bought a box.
Fireball is the margarine of cinnamon whiskey.
Margarine. All right. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Check out Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and merchandise. Remember to watch all of our other videos Monday through Friday at noon. And remember, there's no bad whiskey. There's only good whiskey and great whiskey. And this is a whiskey. The proof shows it. It's a flavored whiskey. And it is really good. So this is a great whiskey.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this.
Yeah. Cheers.
Laters.